Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we're checking in on the free-to-play young CGB adventures as we continue to try to build a collection from scratch, and I show you how I would handle my early days in the arena, completing quests and building decks. Today we are looking at some quests. This one is kill 15 creatures, we're almost there. This one is 2 away with blue or green spells. I'm going to re-roll this 25 land quest because while it's easy, I still would love a 750 instead. Instead we get 20 white or black spells, which might be a little bit challenging for our collection, but we can give it a try. We have some experience orbs. We've been mostly focusing on our green deck, although our white deck has some upgrades as well. And at this point, we don't have packs to open, so we've got to go play some games. I mean, we might have enough to do ranked, and we don't have anything to lose. We're at the bottom of ranked, so you may as well play some ranked. When you're at the absolute bottom, nothing to lose. Go have a good time. Could be great or horrible. So I'm really tempted to mulligan here. It might be way too slow, but I'm actually going to keep it because in my heart, I'm an optimist. In my heart, I know that this probably won't work, but I want to see the largest possible Steel Leaf champion. Okay. Opponent going straight to opt. Keeping on top. Interesting to see that main phase before the land drop. You don't see that every day. Pelt Collector gives us something to do on this turn. We might see another opt. If the opponent has a shock, though, we'll likely see an end to our Pelt Collector. Yeah, there it is. It's weird. Our opponent with a main phase opt and then an end step shock. They've got some interesting timing ideas, and it looks like they're playing Grixis Drakes. Usually the black is just for a discovery dispersal, but maybe they'll have some other secret. Alright, moment of truth is, does this Steel Leaf champion live? Or does the opponent have a lava coil, and life is sad? There's a land, there's an Electromancer, and a lava coil, so they just drew perfectly today. I guess it wasn't asking too much, to be honest. We need another creature, but we need one that's not this expensive. This is interesting. Our opponent seems to have unlocked most of the Drake deck. If they have Arclight Phoenix as well, that would be pretty surprising to me. But why are they, like, I don't understand why they're at this tier, but who knows. I thought I'd be against other beginner decks as well, but what can you do? Let's play our Wolf Spirit. When it enters the battlefield, look at our top 5 and reveal a green card and put it into our hand. Let's go ahead and grab this Branch Walker. Don't think the fight is quite over. We could still drop a Blanchwood Armor and fight the Crackling Drake, and who knows, something could happen. The opponent doing this first main implies that they are the full-on Arclight Phoenix deck. And it looks like that is for sure the case. Another Crackling Drake. Ouch. Radical Idea won't get there, though. That's only 2 spells. It seems wasteful to make that play when you have an Arclight Phoenix in the graveyard that you'd like to get back in the future. But our opponent's not concerned. So let's go with Blanchwood Armor. Now, unfortunately, we also have to use a Rabid Bite this turn. We can't play the Galta, which is too bad. Let's see if the opponent dares block our wolf. Nay. Alright, so with this lethal attack coming over, we do have to make sure that we Rabid Bite something. And we'll see if we can make it. The opponent can deal a 7, 8, 9, 10 with the Arclight Phoenix. So if they have enough spells to get it back, they need 3 spells, and that will be lethal. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. And it's a brutal dispersal. We'll just show our opponent that we have a Galta for the lulz. Yeah, not a close game particularly. That opponent will be out of the bottom wood ranks very quickly with that, with their fully powered up deck. That's okay. That's life. We did get a quest complete though, which gives us 1,000 gold, which means we can go crack a pack and hopefully get some sweet cards to help us on our journey. What do we got? Spark Double? Doesn't really do much for us. A common wild card. We don't really know what to use with our current common ones. So not the greatest pack, but you have to build up your collection. They're not all going to be big winners. All right, we'll try this out. Still plenty of jank in our green deck. Rock's Oracle's far from ideal, but I feel like I need something that kind of keeps drawing cards and keeps getting me deeper in the deck so that I draw my better cards more often. So I could offer the trade with the Llanowar Elves, but I actually don't want to trade my Llanowar Elves as the mana boost is very important. So instead, Merfolk Branchwalker. Another Llanowar Elf. I guess I want that. I want to ramp into the aggressive Mammoth and overpower my opponent. So next turn we can play the other Llanowar Elf, and if we draw the land off the top, we'll be in great shape. Let's get him. All right, we're holding on to this Titanic Growth until we can use it better in combat. Here is a Luminous Bonds. Shut down that Branchwalker. Our opponent being assertive about stopping that creature. Hopefully that means they don't have removal for our next creatures. So I'm going to, because they threw down a Luminous Bonds on a 3-2, which isn't very big, I'm going to assume they have more of these. And when you assume they have more of these, you want to play your weaker threats and try to draw out these cards rather than play your largest threats. So we're going to bring the Oracle. Because if the opponent only had one Luminous Bonds or one removal spell, it's unlikely they would care so much about stopping a 3-2. Leonin War Leader's a good one. And so is Rampaging Brontodon. We're on 6 mana, so I'm going to play the 8/8, but I'm not going to attack with the Rock's Oracle, because I still think the opponent has a Luminous Bonds, and I want something to block the War Leader if the opponent decides to attack with it. Hieromancer's Cage is kind of the same thing. It's a removal exile spell. And the opponent doesn't want to trade the War Leader with the Oracle, so they hold back, which is what we're looking for. Let's bring out a Gigantosaurus and see if the opponent can answer this as well. It's quite possible they have a third removal spell, and they do. Hopefully now the Rampaging Brontodon will be free to rumble if I draw another land. And that Healer's Hawk keeps plugging away. There it is. Let's see if the opponent has the answer for this as well. We'll just keep throwing monsters until there are no monsters left to throw. Yep. Four big critter removals out of the White Mage, and the opponent's had enough. They're sending the War Leader. Maybe. No, maybe. Okay. All right, let's play the Branchwalker and work on finding a solution to these. That'll do. Nice rabid bite. We'll also play down the Druid of the Cowl. And hold up the Titanic Growth. I'm still not in a hurry to try to use the Titanic Growth to beat the War Leader. Let the opponent find a way to walk into it is my take. And here comes the walking. So we'll go block here. If the opponent has a pump spell of their own for their War Leader to save it, we'll let them play that, then we'll play the Titanic Growth, and that will make us get the War Leader and the pump spell. If they don't have anything, I'll take the trade. I'm not too worried about it. I'm happy to trade off the Oracle. Alright, looks like the trade it is. The opponent spent all that time sitting on the War Leader, and now they don't even have any tokens, but I guess they were afraid of the Rabid Bite, which we now have. The opponent could have a Settle the Wreckage. If they do have a Settle, I guess I only have this 7 mana spell, the rest are 6 mana, so I can risk these elves. Let's go like this. All right. No settle, and we'll just chill. We'll hold our Rabid Bite and our Titanic Growth to take care of the next big threat that our opponent plays. Patience can go a long way in Magic, especially in games with kind of these limited resources. Games of limited, you might also say, but we're not playing limited. All right, another bite. I'm still not particularly concerned about the Hawk. I want the opponent to enchant it. While they know I have a Rabid Bite, though, they're probably just going to avoid playing other creatures. But that stalemate is okay with me. Our opponent will take 5 a turn and gain 1. We'll take 1 a turn. We win the race. Here's a Vanguard. Okay. Just a 1/1. The endless Hawk beating. That Hawk has been out there since turn 1. It's attacked 9 times. Ooh. Look at you. Let's go ahead and enchant this little Baby Lanoir elf. Invoke the Divine. Okay. Doe. Opponent could have let me attack with that first. Oh well. Send you. I could also send you and have this back to block the Vanguard. Offer a trade with the opponent's Vanguard. That's fine. And another Leonin War Leader comes down. So the opponent can gain a life. But we're gonna eat that. Gonna eat that War Leader, or bite it really hard. The human's going to bite the werewolf. There's the Blanchwood armor. Alright. Throw that on one of these elves to make it a better threat on its own. We'll throw a Rabid Bite. We'll choose one of these. We'll target you. Nom. And now that the opponent's hand is empty, don't have too much problem attacking with all here. We are at 10, and another creature makes this a 2/2. But this is 6, 7, 8, 11. Yeah, I think we're fine getting in. Also, that Rabid Bite should finish our quest. The opponent says, good game, good game. They drew 10 land, which is pretty frustrating, I'm sure. But we'll continue to sick the luminously bonded rampaging Brontodon on things. And we'll get a little flashy with a Titanic Growth. Ba-bow! Level up. Hype. Picking up some bronze victories, picking up some orbs. Let's claim that prize. What do we want? I want the Carnage Tyrant. Give me that. Give me that. I can't? You're telling me I can't? Oh, it's like, make your choice. This is my choice. I have to have this completely done to get my Carnage Tyrant? Very unhype. Okay. Whatever. I have a white spell quest I'll work on then. Fine. Fine. Alright, there we go. Silly mastery tree. Let's go look at our white deck and what's going on with it. Charm Stray, meh. A lot of very averagey cards that we have here. I like the deck because of the Perihelion, though. This requires a creature with power 2 or less to enter the battlefield. I guess I have some stuff like that. I don't know that Territorial Hammerskull is where I wish to be. I don't even want to be like an aggressive deck. This is kind of, I'm building like a white prison deck, so I'm just going to lean into that even harder than I did before. Like, I don't think we have enough hits for Militia Bugler anymore. I don't think Territorial Hammerskull even does anything. But we do need early creatures, so maybe the Bugler is just the... Maybe we'll get some upside from it early thing. I don't know. It's a tough balance to walk. Let's run those 1/3 lifelinkers and just shut those red decks down with it and then find them off Bugler. Yeah, that's great. That's going to be magical. I think we can take out the Bust, although it's an interesting card for this style of deck. The Lumbering Battlement I really don't think I need. It's a cute card. I mean, it is a big body with Vigilance. And the ability, I guess, can do some things sometimes. Now, this particular angel, I definitely don't know that I need. But big flyers, I suppose, are the name of the game. Decisions are hard, my friends. Maybe today will be that day when the editor, like, cuts all the time I just spend thinking, doing nothing. I think I'll actually pull the On Sarah's Wings. As much as I sort of like the card, even in this style of deck, I think that getting 2-for-1 would be too nasty for this deck because it's almost all 1-for-1 exchanges. So it sounds really bad to run into any kind of 2-for-1ing, and we have enough risk with all of the cards that we're already using. We could run some Diamond Mares, gain some sweet, sweet life. Maybe that's not a bad idea for this style. Maybe that's a little bit better than some of the cards we have sitting around. Still don't like this Angelic Guardian. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, they gain indestructible 6 mana 5/5. I don't think that's actually a good card and what we want in the deck. Vigilance is a lot better on these Sarah Angels because they can still block and hold off creatures. Same thing with the Sarah's Guardian. Same thing with the Zetalpa. All right, I think we'll roll with this. We got these sweet sleeves to put on it. And this will be our cast X many white spells quest that we have to do. So let's go get it. Basically, starter deck is starter, but we built it into a weird prison with Zetalpa and Perihelion to win the day. All right, sure. The Perihelion will come down in a mere 8 turns. What a great thing to keep. Sunpetal Grove tapped. Let's get our Diamond Mare going. I'm sure that will leave our opponents shaking in their shoes. What the heck? Our opponent's already like rare land, 3-color, Hero of Precinct 1. Awesome. This is what we're up against. I think that getting Danitha out first is better. The first strike and lifelink, even a few hits, can buy us time. So we'll get her online, see what our opponent does. Ready for the Night of Autumn, or... Okay, Slimefoot. Funky. That's at least interesting. It keeps the Danitha from attacking as well, which is a problem. Now, this is only when a Saproling dies, right? Yeah, not whenever a token dies. Alright, let's send the Militia Bugler. Will we hit? It's kind of a long shot in this deck. Nope. No hit, and the Wanderer goes to the bottom, which is something to consider as it's one of our Planeswalkers. We also have both of our 8-drops in our hand. Yay! Song of Fraley, so crap. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, we're getting wrecked. Take Vengeance can destroy the hero, which I suppose is a priority. This is tap something, but if it's an artifact, destroy it. Doesn't do anything to enchantments. Yeah, no good attacks here. That 3rd toughness on Slimefoot, who knew such a booty would cause such a problem? Our opponent has 8 mana thanks to Song of Fraley's. Let's see what they do with it. Pass. Exciting. Toppling the statue could keep us from getting attacked, and we could get to draw a card by something. Let's see, each of these will be 2s, so they're not good attackers, but the Slimefoot will probably attack. Is that better than playing a Chaplain, which I guess can block another one of these? These will be indestructible, so Danitha doesn't want to rumble. So we would take 1, 2, 3, and then we would gain back 1 and block, and be able to block 3 instead of 2, or we could tap 1, draw a card. I guess I'll go with the Chaplain. Oh, well, there's also going to be 2 more Saproling tokens out here, if that makes a difference to you. At least 2, maybe a lot more. If the opponent has a sport... Oh, yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. Must be nice. You know that has Indestructible and Trample, right? Oh well. Can't tell people how to live their lives. Yeah, this game's not going to be a close one. I do not have a Settle the Wreckage up my sleeve or anything of that nature. And drawing both of our 8 drops, not helping. So, rather than... What am I tapping? Guess I'll tap you. Opponent's not going to attack with Slimefoot anyway. Ooh, Forbidding Spirit. That would have been great the turn before, to be honest. And the opponent with no attack. Wow. So Take Vengeance is another reason I should have tapped the Slimefoot. I could have killed it right here. Mistakes were made. Fortunately for us, our opponent is absolutely cowardly. Or they just have a million more creatures they want to make with March of the Multitudes. Okay. So our opponent still doesn't have a Saproling to pair with that and use with Slimefoot. So that's the bright side. Bonds doesn't do much. I mean, we could Bonds a creature. I don't know what the point of that is, but it does keep our life total moving forward. Yeah, I don't like it enough, though. Just say go. Hold up, Settle the Wreckage. There's your token. Alright, here's Sarah Angel, which can do some damage over the top. If the opponent does attack with the Saproling, though, we definitely have to take it. Oh, God. Oh, God. And no attacks. Our opponent is just trying to meme us at this point. Because they certainly have the tools to crush us. Let's go ahead and shut down the Saproling from attacking with its double death triggers and such. But yeah, me missing that Topple the Statue line is probably going to bite me. Although, honestly, I should be dead anyway, so... Whatever. Alright, opponent's still just passing turn. Scared of what I've got here for no reason, with a bajillion creatures. Alright, so they've just been taunting me the whole time. This is a Bantu? Oh, they're going to Cleansing Nova win. Okay. Tight. It's only 36 triggers. That's a way to do it. That's a way to do it. Good on them for style points. I guess I'll try it. We've got some individual removal. That's kind of what we're going for, and our opponent's on mono red. So, how exciting. Yep, 1-1 into 2-2. Our opponent is classic mono red at this point. We'll use the Revitalize, but we don't need to show it to them until the end of their turn. No 3-1 haste for 3? It's like the God draw. Right? Here they come. Here they come. That's fine. What else you got? Nothing? Cowardice. Alright, Revitalize. Give me a card and some life. Thank you. Citywide Bust. Probably not going to find a target anytime soon. I could put this out. Threaten some life gain. I think I like just dropping the Forbidding Spirit, making the opponent pay for their attacks next turn and having the largest creature. Opponent might have a Lightning Strike for it, and then pay 2 to attack for 2 anyway, but it just makes things awkward. Then if we draw a land off the top, we can go Diamond Mare into Vengeance. Would you like to pay to attack? Whoa. Okay. Up. Had to pay that forbidding spirit tax. Merchant says you shall not pass. That's got to be Merchy Boy, right? All right. So here comes Diamond Mare. That desire to attack tells me they probably have a combat trick, like a sure strike. Let's choose white. No decks. Our defenses are being built up. How will the opponent respond? Oh, I know. Rekindling Phoenix. The mythic rare. That's okay. It's okay. I brought an answer. At least for now. No attacking or blocking for you. Now, if the Rekindling Phoenix died, it could come back from the graveyard using the ability to make an egg. An 0/1 egg that then brings the Phoenix back, which is why the opponent is killing it now. So that does mean the Phoenix will come back next turn, which is bad. And our bonds went to the graveyard, so it freed up the Phoenix. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, show me what you got. I'm not afraid. Okay. So that's going to be your Rigging Runner dies, everything dies, except my Diamond Mare in that exchange. Now, I can't kill this. I'm 1 mana away, though, from having a creature that's bigger than it is. I may as well attack here with my Diamond Mare. I don't think my opponent has a haste creature, or we might have seen it a turn or two ago. They are going to bring back that bird, and that bird is going to be a problem. Pretty awesome mythic rare, Rekindling Phoenix. Just here to wreck me. We need to draw another Luminous Bonds or keep a creature on the battlefield that's bigger than the Phoenix. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay. Opponent probably taking a minute to read. Let's see if we can exile this creature. If the opponent has another instant speed effect, that's a really good play for them. But if it's exiled, it's gone for good. And it looks like we did it. We did it, team. We exiled the Rekindling Phoenix. Let's poke the opponent with this Diamond Mare. There's a Goblin Instigator for a pair of 1/1s. But I'm much happier now that that bird is gone. So in the meantime, this prevents all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you or other permanents you control, which saves us from things like Lightning Strike and Shock. It's really nice. We have 5 mana here, but this is 6. This doesn't have any effect. This is 6. So let's play the Bugler. Anytime we can hit with the Bugler, we're feeling great. So cross your fingers. And there's Danitha. So I could attack with Diamond Mare for 1, but I like leaving it back as a blocker instead. To protect the Wanderer, who is pretty disruptive against a mono red deck. They use a lot of these types of damage-based spells. Oh, here comes an attack. I do expect my opponent to have some kind of, like, sure strike option. Let's put the Bugler in front of it. If the Bugler dies, that's okay. The Diamond Mare keeps gaining us life every turn. There's the Sure Strike. Another land off the top is wonderful. I think we'll play the Inspiring Commander. It's got a 1/4 body. This also could just end the game a lot faster. Yeah, this is better. I'm already thinking of getting value by drawing an extra card with Danitha, but nah. Let's just work on ending the game. And now that our Diamond Mare has Vigilance, we don't have to feel bad about attacking with it. It can still defend the Wanderer. Fifth mana. Does our opponent have a dragon or something to spar with our Guardian? Sarkhan's Dragon Fire. 3 damage to a target. Look at your top 5 and choose a card? Yeah, and our opponent picked this card. The Dark Dweller Oracle. It's all right. So let's send in our Vigilant Creatures. Make the opponent deal with that. And slam our Inspiring Commander, which can draw us a bunch of cards and help us gain more life next turn. Our opponent does have a dragon, but it's not big enough. Not big enough to spar with the Guardian. Guardian still runs the yard. Alright, let's send the Guardian, as the dragon could block something else. So we don't want to send the dragon, or send the Inspiring Commander or the Diamond Mare. And now we'll get some life gain, get some card draw, get some value, and now the deck's kind of going off, as they say. I think I'll play the land and the Danitha because it's more expensive, using my mana better. And we've got a whole bunch of Luminous Bonds ready to go now. Second dragon, but that won't be good enough. The opponent can pay a red to get the Spitflame back from their graveyard, basically implying that the dragons can breathe fire over and over and over again. But now we can use the Luminous Bonds to lock the dragons down. Let's see if we can draw another Luminous Bonds, and then we might be able to get in for all the damage we need. But it's another land, and that's okay. Everybody can get busy. They all have Vigilance. The goblins will have to take some for the team here, and I still think that leaves the opponent dead. Got him. See how we're doing on quests now. We leveled up again. So we can lock in our cosmetic-only White Mastery, which we already have, which feels really bad. But now, with our next level up, we can get the Auras of Majesty, which will hopefully have some good rare cards for white. How about our quest? Looks like we knocked our quest off. Let's go for one more and try to win that deck, shall we? It doesn't have to be with white either. We can play green now, which I think is the better deck. If I'm being brutally honest, as Nighthawk, a friend of mine, would say. He's British. He likes to be brutally honest, not subtly honest or kind of honest, just brutal. All right, let's roll. Branchwalker into Blanchwood armor, looking to carry me all the way. All right. So what we're looking for here are more threats. What do we get? Get rid of the cowl? I don't think so. Not what I would call a threat. I know I've got a Rampaging Brontodon to cast at some point, but I can't be thinking about that too much. Lazotep Reaver. That's kind of funny. Well, I could slam the Blanchwood armor and see if our opponent has an answer to it. If they do, it's a pretty brutal 2-for-1, but I feel like we got to get the party started, and if our opponent has removal, we got to get it out of them. And if not, we have to push an early advantage. We're the green deck. We kind of only roll one way. Oh, stop touching my creature. Spark Harvest. Sacrifice a creature, kill it. Yep. Out of there. Our opponent leaves behind a 1/1 amassed critter. Let's go ahead and play the Branchy, see what we get. Bonus land. That's good. Means we can play the Oracle next turn and work our way to the Brontodon. And our opponent with Herald of the Dreadhorde, which for 4 mana is a 3/2 zombie warrior. When it dies, amass 2, which would make this a 3/3. I think then the right play is to get it off the battlefield and attack with the Branchwalker. It's just a little 2/1. And turning that into a 3/3 doesn't scare me that terribly much, although our opponent appears to have some kind of an amassed deck. But with synergies like Spark Harvest, them having less creatures is better. Alright, let's try the Oracle. Draw a card. A little bit of value in my life. It's another forest. Not ideal. The flood is becoming a massive. There's a Skylord. Amass 2. It's a 5/5. Does the 5/5 attack? It flies now because of the Skylord. and it does not attack. I love drawing the Vivian here. The reach and the ability to search for my creatures is excellent. Let's make our opponent have an answer to the Brontodon, though, as it's just so much power and toughness. If the opponent can't remove it quickly, it will smash the game. Dreadhorde Invasion. So if this gets amassed up to 6, it gains lifelink. Another Herald. Okay. But not a solution yet to the Brontodon. Here comes Galta. Here comes Vivian. Vivian will give Vigilance and Reach to... I guess we can give it to the Brontodon, or we can give it to the Galta. Let's see. This having Reach can for sure block anything, whereas this is only a 7/7 on my opponent's turn. Let's just cancel an attack first then, if we're not going to give the Vigilance to the Brontodon. Hoi. What you got? It's only a 14/14. Trample. The opponent goes to 2. They amass to this, which it will be able to gain lifelink. So let's give Vigilance to our Galta so it can... or Reach to our Galta so it can block the zombie. The opponent will gain lifelink from the Dreadhorde Invasion, so they can go back up to 9. But they still, if they can't kill these creatures, they are gonna die. Lock it in. Hey, we ranked up. Clutch. What am I off? Am I halfway to that orb? I am. All right, again. Again! All right, let's keep. It'll be fine. Branchy will draw us forests. The top of our deck will yield us forests. The Steel Leaf Champion will do the damage. This will be great. But anything that's not a land is definitely going to the graveyard here. Ooh. I really want you, though. Because if the next card is not a land, I'd rather have a 3/2 than a card I can't play. It does mean that if I don't draw the land, I'm not playing the Steel Leaf or the Blanchwood, though. I think I'm going to be aggressive and go for the land. Yep, gonna go for the land. Pretty much, you need a good curve, and seeing the blue-green makes me think our opponent's on Merfolk, which those will run you out of the barn quickly. There's a Deep-Root Elite. Well, we'll attack first, see if our opponent does an oopsie and blocks. Only 2 targets. Come on, Rabid Bite, you can figure it out. All right, Deep-Root Elite down. Land not found. Ouch. The Jade Light. And a Swift Warden on top. You should probably... Oh, my opponent refuses to bin it. I was going to say you should probably bin a Swift Warden that's sitting on top of your library, because now I know that you have a trick. And does that mean I should Rabid Bite now? Because we know our opponent has a Swift Warden? Or should we play the Druid of the Cowl so that we can start playing our bigger creatures? I think I'm going for the bigger creatures. That's a tough one, but it's not easy to hold up 3 mana for Swift Warden for the rest of the game. The Oracle is a very obnoxious card, and I can't afford to block here. So the opponent gets a bonus card draw. But let's play the Steel Leaf Champ. Make the opponent move it out of the way, as it's the biggest thing here, and these decks don't usually have good removal. And let's pressure the life total. Try not to worry about the cards in their hand. Opponent might block here, which I would love. And that's one of the reasons to play the Steel Leaf first. I don't think the opponent would possibly block if I attacked first, but I actually want the opponent to block there. Alright, now you gotta deal with a champ. What do you do? What's the play? Another elite. So the opponent, if they like, can attack with Jade Light Ranger. Swift Warding has flash, so they can flash it in and use the +1/+1 counter from the elite to make this a 4/3, so it would kill the champion. But they're not going to. They're going to hold it back to block instead. Blanchwood Armor is not a very strong play. But it's big enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess the opponent could double block it to kill it, which would be pretty tragic. Oh man, this has been a tough draw. Stuck on 2 lands this whole time. I could get the Brontodon down. I could also get more mana options with another Druid, which I think is better. If our opponent's not attacking, I can buy some time here, but man, that Deep-Root Elite. Also, Rabid Bite, the Swift Warden grants Hexproof, so they have protection for their Deep-Root Elite, which means Rabid Bite here is not an option. Now the Merfolk tribe starts getting bigger and stronger for certain. Our opponent has no lack of land. Can you slide some over here? You seem to be doing fine. Oh my lord. All right. So to block or not to block? I think our opponent's going to leave this Warden up. I think the best thing I can do is draw land and play a Baloth. Could also play a Bronto. Yeah, I don't think this is going to get a lot better. I should block it before the opponent has the ability to flash in the Swift Warden and make it a 6/5. It could have also had something like a River Herald's Boon, but I don't believe them. All right, the opponent passes turn. Let's bring out the Baloth. A few more forests can make our Blanchwood armors matter. I think that's going to be a big deal. Opponent's still not playing Swift Warden. They're playing around another Rabid Bite. It's kind of weird because we do actually have it, but most green decks don't run very many. And the opponent's drawing a lot of land. That is our chance. If they just draw endless lands, we're doing okay. All right, let's get the Blanchwood armor on. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they blocked with everything, they could kill it. I don't want to move in too hard on the other Blanchwood armor yet, because this Baloth might get removed. There might be some blink of an eye or something. What did I call that? Wonder why our opponent though didn't. They didn't leave up the Swift Warden mana, and they didn't draw the card. I guess they only have 1 blue available. Target creature I control, take out your elite, as that's the thing that's really hurting us on sizing against our opponent. So let's get that thing dead while the Swift Warden is unavailable. Oh no. Oh no. Well, they either just drew it or it's like the opponent can see our hand. It's very frustrating. I'm just playing face up. Opponent's brilliant. Let's collect some pelt. It's not going to matter. We're going to lose to the Cumena. This card is just too much value, and our removal spells are spent. But why is our opponent stalling? Don't understand. So Cumena can tap 3 Merfolk to draw a card. By drawing extra cards every turn, the opponent ensures they get more Merfolk. Cumena can tap 5 Merfolk to put a +1/+1 counter on all Merfolk, ensuring that they get bigger and that we can't kill them. And Cumena can tap another Merfolk to become unblockable. So when Cumena's big enough on its own, it can just bash me in an unblockable fashion. That's why Cumena is unovercomable. Just watching the opponent take as long as they possibly can here on these turns. Okay, and just waiting to cast my spells. I'm not sure why. I think this gets me those experience points, to be honest, but There's no point in playing this game anymore. It's over. It's over. We're just goofing off now. So we'll play the Brontodon first, grow the Pelt Collector, because why not? Play the Blanchwood Armor on the Baloth. Get ready for another blink of an eye. Yeah. Doesn't really matter if the opponent like puts blockers in front of this and kills it or chumps it with one creature. Okay. Well, that was before you blocked. So now you're taking 9. I mean, I didn't account for my opponent playing just so terribly that they somehow lose. Maybe they'll do that again next turn, who knows? Can I find a way to give this trample or make it unblockable? Epically slow. All right. Go on in. Go mess stuff up, Vigilant Baloth. Go mess things up, team. Whatever, I'm just attacking with everybody and hoping they screw up. Hoping they panic. Yeah. You've been holding it the whole game, so I knew that was coming. Alright. Alrighty, come on. Okay, they got a block. That's all I needed to see so I can leave. Alright, alright. Forgive the salt. It's just a lot of time to spend watching somebody touch every card they have. I know, some people have their process. It's okay. I'll be over it. It's fine. Alright, we got our deck. Auras of Majesty. Does this do anything good for the decks we've been building? More Chaplains. Thorn Lieutenant's great for our green deck. And a History of Benalia is great for white. Woken Form is not actually that good. Cages might be good in our white deck. Shalai's great in the white deck. And a Prodigious Growth, no thank you, but hey, we got a few things. Can't complain too much. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this week's adventures of young CGB. The decks are coming along, things are happening. It's good. Imagine if you played this every day instead of once a week. You would probably make a lot more progress on this account than I'm making right now. And we still won some games in ranked. We even ranked up. So you too, for no money, can get into Magic Arena. Thank you for watching this video. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.